We had some new ones. We had some new ones. Some new appearances on the chart. A lot of old favorites as well. But let's get to it. 5 honorable mentions for collections. Let's start. Okay, honorable mention number 1. We saw this one last week. We had volumes 2 and 4 both sell for $200. But if we look at this week, there was La Blue Girl. So that's 4 volumes in total, only sell for $203.50. Not quite $51 a piece. Central Park Media, 2003. The thing about this, and I was actually watching this auction, the seller had 0 points. That does make a difference, because a lot of times, like if it's your first sale, there's always that worry in the back of your mind about, scamming and whatnot. So especially with somebody with like 0 points. I hope it went well for the buyer. Super deal if it did, but I thought I'd bring that one up. So honorable mention number 2, we've seen this many times before. Lady Snowblood, volumes 1 through 4, $270.65. That's $67.66 each. Dark Horse, 2005. Honorable mention number 3 is the Pandora Hearts Omnibus box set. That's 12 volumes, $293.90. That's like $24.50 a piece. Yen Press 2017. I bring this one up because this was the last one of 54 sold. This buyer went all in on the Pandora Hearts, the box sets. Honorable mention number 4 we've had on the list before. This time it didn't hit quite as hard. It's Hagenai, I Don't Have Many Friends, volumes 1 through 15, $300. That's like 20 bucks a piece. 7 Seas, 2012. My final honorable mention, number 5, I just had to reflect upon the state of Trigun. This was Trigun, volumes 1 and 2, as well as Trigun Maximum, volumes 1 through 12. A month ago, these 14 books would have went for $800 or $900. Now they go for $340. So the Triguns definitely have come down with news of that reprinting. But let's get into the actual top 5 collections. So at number 5, I see this one a lot, and I'm glad it finally made the list. It always sells quite well. It's the I Am a Hero Omnibus, volumes 1 through 11, so 11 books, went for $450. Not quite $41 a piece, but pretty close. Dark Horse 2016. Number 4 for collections we've also had before. It's Shugo Chara, volumes 1 through 12, $462.68. That's like $38.56 per volume. Kodansha 2012. Number 3, I don't think we've had the full collection before. We've had individual volumes, but it's Gunslinger Girl, the Omnibus Collections, volumes 1 through 7, which collects 15 volumes of the manga. These 7 books went for $549.99, 7 Seas, 2011. I gotta say, that is one of the higher average values in a collection I've seen in a while. But this next one almost hit it. At number 2, Sugar Sugar Rune, volumes 1 through 8, so 8 books, $599.99, $75 per book. Del Rey, 2005. I want to take a moment about what I call like a dead publisher's premium. Now there's out of print, and then there's out of print from a company who's no longer in business, a dead publisher. Del Rey is a prime example of that. There's other examples we'll have throughout the list as well, but the thing about manga is that it's a book, right? So if it's still in print, that means you can just buy it for cover price, right? So on the secondhand market, it's not going to have any real value other than cover price. When you have something like Mushishi is the perfect example, which is also Del Rey. That's out of print, but it's also out of print from Del Rey, who's no longer in business. For Mushishi to be reprinted as manga in English, there's a whole bunch of legal loopholes you have to jump through and, redistribute and new agreements and whatnot. So that's why I call it like the dead publisher's premium. Anyway, let's continue. Number 1 collection. It's a lot of books. 90 in fact. One Piece, box sets 1 through 4. 90 volumes, $675. That's only $7.50 a piece. Viz Media 2003. Okay, here we go with the singles. As usual, 5 honorable mentions. It was a soft week. It basically went for $100 to $300, which is sort of, there was no standouts. But, you know, I gotta say, like, inflation is a thing. People don't have the discretionary income they used to. So even for a book to still go for $300, I think that's a big deal anyway. Anyway, let's start off with honorable mention number 1. I haven't had this one before. It's Shonen Jump issue 0. $40, 18 bids. Viz Media 2002. Definitely some interest in these early Shonen Jumps. Shonen Jump 1, I've already said last week, that's become a collectible. I could say the same for Shonen Jump issue 0. Anyway, let's jump to honorable mention number 2, and we just saw this one last week actually. It's a GTO The Early Years, volume 7, except last week it went for $152.55. This week it goes for $50. This is from Tokyo Pop 2008. Now, the thing is, this wasn't a bid. The seller literally just posted it at $50, so... Okay, honorable mention number 3, Air Gear, volume 36, $89, Kodansha 2017. Honorable mention number 4 was a light novel I'd never heard of. I know the series quite well. It's Dot Hack, but this one's Dot Hack GU, volume 4. The light novel went for $89.99, Tokyo Pop 2011. Honorable mention number 5, one we've seen before, didn't quite make the list, From Far Away, volume 9, $94.95, Viz Media 2006. Okay, here we go for the top 10. We actually have a tie for 10. The first one is Eden. It's an Endless World, volume 8, $99.95. That's Dark Horse 2007. What it's tied with is one we've also seen before. It's Blackjack, volume 16 from Vertical Comics. Back in 2015, went for $100. Number 9 is an old friend. Triage X, volume 4, $130. Yen Press 2013. Number 8 we've also seen before, and like anything with this series, once they hit the upper volumes, especially 30 and up, they become quite valuable. It's Rave Master, volume 30, $139.99, Tokyo Pop 2008. Number 7, Triage X, volume 5 this time, $149.95, Yen Press 2014. And if you don't think Triage X Volume 5 is a valuable book, I'm going to have to show you number 6, Triage X Volume 5, different sale. This time went for $157.50, Yen Press 2014. Number 5, again, we've seen it before, and I will say, like, these gold foil editions, the ones in the 20s tend to be quite valuable. I think they stopped doing them around 23. Issue 1 and 2, generally $40 or less, but this is One Piece, volume 23. The gold foil cover went for $164.99, Viz Media 2009. Number 4 is another collector's edition. This time it's Death Note, volume 1, the collector's edition hardcover, $179.99, Viz Media 2008. Number 3 hurts my soul. You want to know why? Okay. These are the first 4 of Gunsmith Cat's Burst. And like any, well, not any, but most manga, there is such a thing as the final volume premium. This is Gunsmith Cat's Burst, volume 5. The one I do not have, $229.99, Dark Horse 2015. Number 2 is another example of a dead publisher premium. I'll call it. This time it's from Bandai Entertainment, who don't put out manga anymore. Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion, Volume 8, $240.41. Bandai, 2011. And finally, number 1. This is another exclusive. This time it's My Hero Academia, Volume 1, the 2018 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Went for $299.99 from Viz Media, 2015. Looking at the collections, we can see Lady Snowblood. Those 4 books are always valuable. Trigun's taken a beating here. I'm not going to say it's not worth anything, but it's worth less than half of what it used to be. Nice to see I Am a Hero on here. I did enjoy that series, a good one. I was going to explain a little bit about my thumbnails. Lately I've been trying to tie back to some of the series from the list, especially the ones that sort of surprise me. This time it's going to be Sugar Sugar Rune. I'll find a thumbnail from that, just because I really wasn't expecting those 8 books to go for $600. Jumping to the singles, again, kind of an average list where you go from like $100 to $300. Nothing out and out amazing. Triage X, the 4, 5, and I believe it's also issue 7 are always worth money. Gunsmith Cats, Burst Volume 5, that just hurts me terribly, so I'm gonna have to buy that one day. But yeah, that's it for the list. It wasn't like a huge week for manga sales, but again, I mean, it's not peak of the market by any stretch. There's a lot of normal people having to watch budgets, right? So it's still a pretty darn good list. So, and anyways, thanks again for watching. If anybody wants to comment, please do. Always love to read them. And we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.